Hey everybody, today I'm going to make some resin coasters. They are going to be geo-shaped. I got my molds from Let's Resin. I got the molds off of Amazon. I mixed up 6 ounces of resin of the Stonecoat. Okay, this mold is about 8 inches in diameter. I'm using Color Cottage Heavenly Blue. And this is what the underside. And that's in this cup. And I'm using the KS Resin Salt Water. And I've been dying to try out this color. And that's what's in this cup. And I've mixed gold flakes that I got from Michael's into some clear. And I've loaded it up in there too. I used gold instead of silver. I'm thinking about giving this as a gift for someone, and I know that they would prefer the gold in there than the silver. There shouldn't be anything on this because I just took it out of the package, but I'm going to hit it up with some alcohol to make sure there's no oils on there. Your resin does not want to adhere to oils. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. I'm going to start with the salt water. That is just so pretty. And I'm going to pour it on the outside edge. And I'm going to come in with the Heavenly Blue. I'm going to pop my bubbles, but I'm going to be real careful. You don't want to burn your mold. And I'm going to come in the middle with the gold. We all know that resin's going to do what resin wants to do. I just want to try and start them out as even as I can. Put a little more blue in there. I know I'm being quiet. I get to doing the art and I start concentrating. If I burn my mold, I'll have a hard time getting it out of there and ruin the mold. And I've got quite a bit left, so I might just be able to do, well, I really should build them up higher, I think. Now when they dry, when you use a mold and they dry, you're going to get a raised edge around the outside, unless I was to fill this right up to the very tippy top. But I can go through and I can put a clear layer and I can use that lip to hold that clear in, so I can dome the top of these when they're let's see. But I still think I can put a little more in there. I also got some coasters out. Okay, here we go, loop-de-loo. Here we go, loop-de-lie. I'll try and scoot this back. And I'm going to get my bookmarks out, since I have lots of resin left. I don't think I have enough. Well, you know. Yeah. Yes, no, maybe. sit for a little while before I brought you guys in. So it's starting to thicken. Alright. Yeah, thicken. It's starting to thicken already. First, I really kind of like to have the gold up at the top, but you've got your little knob for your hole in your bookmark that I've got some tassels I want to use. There's some really, I thought they'd break up better when I was mixing it, because I didn't use sheets of the, and I'd show it to you, but then I'd have it all over my gloves, and it does not want to come off. I used the flakes instead of the sheets of the gold. I think my table is just so very slightly off level. But it's just this one coaster, or bookmark. move this one. I don't want to move because it wants to come over this one edge. But this is the only one that's doing it. That other one's starting to behave now, although now it's sticking up right there. Huh. Plenty enough to do this mat. Hey everyone, the coasters are done, and my hot plate, and I've already taken this one out, and this is how this one turned out. And this is the second one. I'm thinking I might dome this back side because it's flat and this side is just slightly rounded. And so I'm thinking about that. I haven't decided yet. And that's the final coaster, or bookmark. And I have these tassels that I'm going to add to each one. So I'll pick those later. It'd be easy if I just plop them all out on the floor. And here we have the hot plate. Or, well, it doesn't have to be used as a hot plate. Now, as I stated, there's a little ridge. I don't have it on the coasters, or I don't want to call them coasters, I'm bound and determined. On the bookmarks, because I filled them to the top but not over. So it did the doming on its own. But on the coasters and on the hot plate, I didn't fill to the top. So anytime you use a mold, you're going to have this ridge. I'm not going to need to do any sanding on this. Maybe a very slight little bit right there. It's the perfect height to do the doming. And that's what my next video is going to be, is on the doming. But this is the hot plate. And this is the coasters. And the same thing with these coasters. It's got the perfect little ridge. A little rough spot right there I'll sand, where I have the gold leaf underneath. Maybe a little spot right over here. One little spot that's wanting to stick a little. There we go. Little sanding right in here again because of the gold leaf. But that little ridge right there is going to help hold that resin in so it doesn't go over the side, because when you're doing the doming, you don't want it to go over to the side. And here's the final one. And you can see through it. And it'll make these slightly thicker. And when I do my video for the doming, something fell in there. Something large fell in there while it was curing, and I tried to get it out, which really made it even worse. I should have just left it. So I'm going to have to sand this one down right in here, and I'll do a video on how to fix that and how it turns out in the end. But this is the final video, or the final coaster. And so there you have it. And the bookmarks. So if you liked my video, learned anything from my video, please be sure and subscribe. Give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down if you didn't like it, and give it a share. And I'll be seeing you soon, and we'll dome these coasters and hot plate Thank you. You all have a wonderful day. Bye now.